So, hey there, listener. This is Do You Want to Make a Podcast?
Yes, that is the name of the show. We just have a couple bullet points that we need to hit before we start. 1, there's a fireplace. It's fake. I've ruined everything. Wait, should we start over?
Take 2. Hello, listener. You are listening to, because you're a listener. Take 3. This is...
Wait, we should establish, what we want to talk about. What are the bullet points we need to hit here?
I got it. Okay, so we tell them that the show is called Do You Want to Make a Podcast? It is a fireside chat between two best friends who are on the hunt to create the perfect podcast. They have a lot of ideas, and they can't decide what they want to talk about.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's the synopsis. Then we'll plug the social media.
Do we want to do social media?
Yeah. So we'll tell them to follow us at Do You Want to Pod, all spelled out. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also email us at Do You Want to Make a Podcast at gmail.com.
That's it.
That works for me.
Wait, I think we just did it.
We did it. That was my plan all along.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.
Except hello, because now the show's starting.
Yes, it is. You're not going.
And I am telling you.
That's going to be up to you.
I'm not going.
Jim Bloss says Effie, ladies and gentlemen.
The way I can ever go.
You can just sing it for me and maybe we can live stream it or something like that. There's no reason to wait for you to just play Effie, my friend.
No way I'm living without you. Living without you.
See, and this is a free podcast. People don't even have to pay for this gold.
I just want to be free. I'm staying. And you. You're gonna love me. Okay, I'm done now.
What a segue. Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend.
Jim Bloss, would you like to make a podcast?
Oh boy, would I.
Well,
That's it.
Me too.
Great. Oh, yeah. Wait, I thought, yes.
But yeah, that was
Joe Godley. That's your name.
that was me saying it with an excited yes, not like, hey, me too, you left me out. That's not how I meant it at all.
Of course not. Hey, it's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, dude.
When this is released, obviously. Mm-hmm. Specifically, it's the Wednesday before the NCAA men's basketball tourney begins. So if you are listening to this on release day, I would just like to direct you one more time to btthoops.com to take part in the Bloss Tourney Talk Hoops Challenge, run by, not me, but Joe Bloss. He runs a bracket pool every year for March Madness. The money he raises, half of it goes to the winners. He splits it up a couple different ways. And the other half goes to the ALS Foundation. So,
rock on, support ALS research. Maybe win yourself some money. BTT Hoops.
We get a couple. Last year we had I think 150 people play.
Oh, nice.
So if you win, you win a nice little chunk of change.
A little bit of moolah. Get yourself something nice.
If you're not listening to this the day it's released, sorry.
Yeah, what else are you gonna? Yeah. What you gonna do?
I just want to get that out of the way beforehand. Joseph, I have some observations that I just need to get off my chest.
You do. Let's just say for normal listeners, what we typically would do would be Jim and I would exchange lists of podcast ideas, but not this week. Jim has some burning thoughts on his mind.
This week I've got a lot to say.
All right, sit back and or hit that skip button to get to the part where we make funny things.
I've got a lot to say a lot to say. Specifically, just before we began, well, actually not just before we began recording, but earlier today, I ordered some food for lunch. I ordered this food at 12:45 p.m., thinking that my good friend Joseph won't be here until, like, at least 3-ish. Granted, Joseph did get here a little early, and that's okay. That excites me. I'm always happy to see my good friend Joseph. But I ordered this food at 12:45 p.m., and Grubhub tells me this food will arrive between 1:35 and 1:45 p.m. And I say, excellent. That's perfect. So, spoilers, it's not actually Wednesday, it's Sunday. So I watched part of last night's SNL, and it was funny, and it was great. And I say, oh, my food should be here soon. It is now 1:45 p.m. My food is not here. It becomes 1:55 p.m. My food is not here. I'm like, oh, of course. And I'm like getting a little anxious. I'm like, let me wait by the door. I don't want to like... I like to wait for my food so that way when the door rings, I can quickly get it. And
are you sitting on the steps like a small child looking at the door, waiting for somebody to walk up the driveway?
Have I done that before? Yes. Was I doing that today? Not yet. So the doorbell rings and I go, oh, excellent. My food is here. I open the door. It is not my food. It is Joseph.
It's me.
And I say, you're not my food. And he says, what?
Thankfully, I'm not.
Yes. And he comes in, and it's great. And we talk for a couple minutes. We catch up. He goes to the bathroom, as he is wont to do whenever he arrives at my house.
I got a system, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
It's a good system, but go on.
And then I say, okay, well, it's time to record. And I tell him, just so you know, I ordered some food, and it was supposed to arrive by now. At this point, it's probably 2:15.
Yep.
Ish.
Call it that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And 2:15 p.m. to be clear.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Actually, starting today to date it, it is now Eastern Daylight Time.
I was going to say give the delivery person a break, but then you told me it was not 1 hour delay, but 2.
Yes.
So but that's almost on. But like you almost expect delivery guys to be late. Maybe daylight savings was the whole reason they.
I doubt that very much.
I'm trying to be nice.
But what did happen was, Joseph comes out of the bathroom, we talk a little more, and then I say, all right, let me go to the bathroom. And, like clockwork, the moment I go into the bathroom, Joseph says to me, oh, Jim, your food is here. And I go, of course.
It's Murphy's Law.
Because now I'm indisposed. Mm-hmm. And I cannot get to the door. Thankfully, Joseph was here. And could accept the food on my behalf. It was already paid for, as I used the Grubhub app. So tip had already been applied and all that. But it just, like... You know how when you're waiting for something and the thing only shows up when you stop waiting for it?
Oh, yeah.
You know what they say? You know what that is? That's like that thing, a watched pot.
Never boils.
Never boils. It never boils.
Until it does.
Until it does when you stop watching it and go to take a dump.
Yeah, so you could look at it half full, like you caused the food to arrive.
With your, you know what? I did. With my poop. Poop food. Oh, no. We'll cut that.
And Mom, I know what you're... First of all, hi, Mom. Thank you for listening every week. Second, I know what you're thinking, Mom. I did not eat any of Jim's food. I saved it for him.
Yes, and now my food is waiting in the oven, trying to retain some of its warmth while we wait for it.
Half of your day is pretty much going to be consumed by the ordering of this food, the waiting to eat this food, and then the waiting to eat the food while we record.
And then finally,
eating that food.
The eating of the food.
Oh man, I hope it's worth all this wait.
I also hope that.
So is that what we want to do? Is we want to make a podcast where we take callers? It's like that they're waiting for something, and it's like, hey, want your thing to show up? Call in and start doing a bit with us, and it'll probably show up then.
I will say that is often, like, anytime I order food or am waiting for any kind of delivery, that is often what I'll do is I'll put on a podcast and listen to it and walk around my house while I wait.
We discovered that we each have some supernatural abilities whilst podding. And Jim, maybe you're using the bathroom causes events to occur.
Causes time to move forward even faster.
Yes. You ever so what are some other things that I'm sure when you come out of the bathroom, you ever come back and you're like, oh, wait, now it's summer?
There are times when there was once a time when I walked into the bathroom and I did my business. We don't need to get that blue here on the show.
Yeah.
And then I emerged from the bathroom and everyone had aged 15 years.
I think what we're discovering is your bathroom is a time machine, Jim.
Just like a hot tub time machine?
Yeah.
It's a potty. It's
a space with water, and when you come out,
no, there's a tagline here. We gotta find it.
Great White Buffalo. Great White Buffalo. That's like my favorite quote from the first hot tub time machine.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I think I have watched. I don't know if I've watched Hot Tub Time Machine in full.
It was a lot funnier. I was in high school at the time, so take it for what you will. But I enjoyed it far more than I thought I would. The phrase "Great White Buffalo" was meant to characterize a rare sight, something that you often don't see.
Yes.
Such as a great white buffalo. Fascinating stuff, I know.
Yes.
You have a lot of cutouts of athletes in your basement, Jim.
Yes, that's true. There's a face of Ryan Howard. There's a face of Jim Thome. There's a face of Shane Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian.
I feel like they're our audience.
Yeah. Yes, they are, because they're staring right at us.
It's a little unnerving.
Well, at least they're happy. They're smiling real big. They're really enjoying this, I think.
They are. I left my phone over there. I had an idea for a podcast, but it's all the way over at the table.
I have an idea for a podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. So, let's start from the very beginning.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Okay. No, you can go. I had the last idea.
I just need to apologize to everyone who listened to episode 45, Stairs and Chairs. Because we talked an awful lot about Caddyshack, the movie, and then caddies building actual physical shacks.
Stop right where you are. Stop right where you are, because we're going to get there in a second. Okay. Ready? So let's start at the very beginning. Here's where I had a thought today. That I've already shared with you. How has Eminem never done a commercial with M&Ms? Right? Because they have the same name, right?
Eminem and Eminem. Yes.
Right. Eminem and Eminem.
Yes.
So I was thinking about that thought, and I was like, well, there's not a lot of meat on that bone. There's a little bit, but not much. We could talk about mom's spaghetti.
Yeah.
Palms are sweaty. Whatever. But I was thinking, what if we talked about products and people that have the same name?
I know what you're doing, Jim, and it's so kind of you.
And yes.
I'm still disappointed in myself for not coming up with this punchline last week that we're building towards this week.
I wouldn't call it a punchline.
All right, well, we're heading towards something.
I would call it a pun line at best.
We're heading towards a pun that I really wish we came up with last week, but go on.
That was it.
Okay.
That was it. You can say.
Can I reveal it now?
You can say your thing now.
Caddyshack, but caddy SHAQ, as in Shaquille O'Neal. We kept saying Caddyshack last week over and over, and then as I was editing the epi, I was like, oh no, we missed that beautiful pun. Shaquille O'Neal being a golf caddy for someone who's, very small. He's the giant caddy. And I think if Shaq was a caddy, he would just pick up the golfer and carry the golfer him or herself, along with all the clubs. Shaq would not only carry the golfer, the clubs, he would also put the golf cart up on his shoulders as well. And Shaq would just carry everything. from hole to hole on the green.
I'm impressed by Shaq.
He's a superhero.
He's the caddy Shaq.
Am I imagining this? Was there a superhero made out of Shaquille O'Neal? Like, was that a thing? Like, was there a comic book or something?
Boy, there is a hole that we can go down right now.
The Shaq cast?
So first off, yes, let's discuss a little of Shaquille O'Neal's pop culture history.
It's vast.
Let's start with, of course, the classic 1990s film Kazam, in which Shaquille O'Neal plays a genie trapped in a boombox, I believe.
Haven't seen it.
I also have not seen it, but
let's pretend like we have. Yes, he's trapped in a boombox. Boon, B-O-O-N.
Yes.
My bad. Boom, M as in Mary, boombox.
But another piece of Shaq lore is the classic video game for either the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis or both. Shaq Fu.
What?
Which was a fighting game, much in the realm of Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter.
Okay.
And I think you could play as Shaq.
Could you play as other MLB characters, or was it just Shaq and then a bunch of video game
Well, I'm going to have to
characters?
stop you right there, Joseph, because Shaq was never an MLB player.
NBA, sports, and me are not, the best of friends.
If only we were talking about Michael Jordan, then you could discuss sort of MLB. He never made it to the majors, but,
right. Well, you can still answer the question is no.
Yeah, were there any MLB players in Shaq Fu?
No.
No. Not to my knowledge.
NBA, though. Maybe?
Maybe. Honestly, I've also never played Shaq Fu. I just know of Shaq Fu.
I'm fascinated by how much you know of Shaq's culture, but only like just enough to mention it.
I only know that he did things. I know that he did things. I just don't know exactly what those things are.
I will withhold all follow-up questions in that case.
I can tell you about the Buick commercials he was in.
Oh, how many?
A couple.
Okay. It's two more than I've been in, so go on.
He was advertising how the Buick is very roomy.
That's fair.
He's a big boy. Also, he's advertised for Icy Hot.
I think I just love Shaq's smile that he gives in all the ads.
Also, now he does the NBA on TNT.
Uh-huh.
With Charles Barkley.
I feel like every time he grins at the end of an ad, he's basically saying, "Yep, again."
Oh yeah, he just did those ads for Carnival Cruises.
It's me again. Here's another one.
Those were good ads. Do you remember those? Carnival Cruise ads with Shaq.
Now
that was this year.
Yeah, so we're gonna. This ruins all sense of mystery from the listeners when we say that I live under a rock. I don't really watch the TV.
You're missing out, man.
Man, I don't miss commercials one bit.
I'm telling you, it's a touchstone in popular culture.
I might look back on this years later and be like, oh, all the wasted time, all the wasted Shaq ads that I missed.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Anything's possible.
Then I could always just go back in time. We could teleport back and just watch a whole bunch of Shaq stuff.
I'm just telling you, you're the reason now that at any time a car drives up in any TV show, we have to see it from the direct front, and the logo of the car zooms in on the screen, and we have to see that before we can actually see anything happen on the show in that scene.
I'm the reason?
You're the reason, because you don't watch ads.
Oh, so
you're the reason we have product placement.
Yeah. Oh, they specifically were like, Joe Godley hasn't been buying enough cars. Let's get that asshole.
Problem is, product placement gets rid of great parody products like Pear Pods from Drake and Josh and iCarly.
Very, very well put. So I'm thinking, but Shaq Cast could also be our story of Shaq as he delves into his sorcery practice. Because I don't know if you know this, but Shaquille O'Neal is, what's the term? He's a novice wizard. And he's been known to cast spells here and there. How else do you explain his plethora of advertising success? No one was sitting around being like, you know what? We need Shaq in another commercial. No, I posit that Shaq cast a spell over Hollywood. And that is why we see him all the time.
He's got charisma, man.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying...
He played sports in Los Angeles for like 10 years.
He did, and I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying, if we're going to talk about Shaq cast, I'm going to take it to a place of magic, or else I would not be me.
That's true. Hold on, my nose itches so goddamn much.
Go ahead and blow that schnoz. That's some great audio we're getting today.
Yeah, we're going to cut that.
Also... we could follow like story of like young Shaq as a young boy, and he broke his leg, and now oh no, look, he's in a cast. Aw, that must be hard for you, young Shaq.
That's Shaq Cast is where you're getting that from.
Yes, Shaq Cast, a podcast about Shaq in a cast.
We could do that with like literally anything. Do you know how many things we've called blank cast?
Yeah, like 4. D40.
There we go. That's close. That's a more accurate number. Much more accurate number.
Okay, so if we're just gonna put, we could just. It can be. We could. I always like jumping to taking callers because it involves people engaging in the show and feeling like they have ownership and they're part of the process. So we could just have people call in who are currently immobilized by being in a cast. And we can talk to them.
What would that be called? That's not the Shaq Cast.
That'd be Cast. Or just The Cast.
Cast squared.
Mm-hmm. Or
no, I like the cast.
The Cast, or I'm in a cast, trapped in a cast, cast-tastic.
No.
That's a lot of consonants.
No.
Castrophobic? No. Castronomy?
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe, yeah.
No, catastrophe.
Catastrophe, got it.
Yeah, not catastrophe. What are you talking about?
Catastrophe. Castaway. There we go.
That's a podcast about people getting their casts off.
Narrated by Tom Hanks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the budget.
Yeah. Wilson.
He's
also there. But he doesn't say anything.
It's narrated by Tom Hanks and Wilson. I could just imagine the Tom Hanks castaway character and Wilson like in a sports commentary booth, and you have like a headset on Wilson.
Yeah. Do you ever realize that like there are characters in movies that like you just don't know their names? Like the guy in Castaway. Who does Tom Hanks play in Castaway? What's the character's name?
Exactly. It's just Tom. We all just think of it. Oh, it's Tom Hanks.
It's Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Yeah. Do you think that's unique to Tom Hanks?
No.
Okay, so now that we can't go down that road because Jim said no, I think though, like a lot of actors who you go to the movie,
say it's not unique to Tom Hanks, but it happens to Tom Hanks in several films.
I think it's a
for
side
example,
of
Tom Hanks in Big.
Right. Except for maybe like Forrest Gump and Toy Story. I don't really know. Oh, and The Terminal, because I just like the name Victor Naborsky or something.
Oh, I was going to say The Terminal is one. I don't remember the name.
I just like that name.
That is a good name, though.
It might not be exactly Victor Naborsky, but it's close.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of other Tom
I think this
Hanks
is a
movies.
syndrome. I think this is a syndrome of actors who you know them by name and you like them and you go to see the movie because they're in it.
Right.
You might not even be thinking about the character.
Right.
You can't be fully engrossed in the world. It's just like, yay, we love seeing you, Tom Hanks. Go do more stuff.
Yes.
He was on the front of South Jersey Magazine. And like, that might not mean anything to non-New Jersey people, but South Jersey Magazine always baffles me because just the fact that it exists for one thing, and two, it shows up at my house, and I always think that the person on the front, like, oh, this person's from South Jersey. They're in South Jersey Magazine.
They're not.
I know. Except when they are, like...
Yeah, sometimes if it's like a
hometown hero sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then you just have Tom Hanks, and it's like, does South Jersey Magazine just put random people on the front cover.
Well, somehow South Jersey Magazine got to interview Tom Hanks.
Did they, though? I didn't actually open the magazine.
Yeah. Well, whose fault is that?
Okay, there's a lot of
It's
magazines.
South Jersey Magazine's fault. Obviously.
For not saying on the front, exclusive interview with Tom Hanks. No, it was just a picture of Tom Hanks and then, like, meaningless other stuff, surrounding his face.
Hold this.
Aw, you're giving me one of those elastic stretch bands. Now we stretch it.
Stretch.
We're just...
Stretch.
Listeners can't see this.
Stretch.
I am holding
Stretch.
one end of the elastic band.
Stretch.
And Jim is pulling the other end.
Stretch.
This is not how this is designed,
Stretch.
but God, is this entertaining.
Stretch. Stretch.
Oh.
Stretch. Stretch.
Yeah, that was fun.
There's part of me that really wants to, like, be able to break it. That's, like, the whole point of it. So you can't.
Well, you can.
I mean, you can. We just
This is
don't
gonna
have
hurt if we break this.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing that I live in fear of.
Of pain. Well,
Yes, of pain in general. I live in fear of pain.
well, that's part of your mammalian lizard brain. So you can't be faulted too much for that.
Pause. What?
Your lizard brain. You never heard that term?
Well, first off, no. Second off, you said mammalian lizard brain.
Yeah, like a mammal. Mammalian.
Yes,
And a lizard's not a mammal.
Yes.
Contrast is comedy, Jim. This is a comedy show. That was like a very intricate joke that people were supposed to get, but now we're talking about it.
Hello, welcome to Explaining the Joke. On today's episode,
The sound your dryer makes when it's done is so delightful.
well, you didn't let it finish. That was going to be the theme song to.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but we're not gonna. The mic didn't pick that up. We're not gonna.
I know, but
We're not gonna get to talk about it.
it sounded like this. Do 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 do. That's the song.
I want to know what the thought process was when they were designing a dryer.
I want to know who wrote that. Who wrote that song?
Pretty sure it was Beethoven.
Probably.
Yeah, because then dryer companies could use it royalty free.
Yeah. What is that's Beethoven's?
Prance of the Forest Fairy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the prance.
The prancing of the forest fairy.
Prance of the forest
Did
fairy.
you not know that forest fairies are prone to prancing?
Did not know that. Can't say I've ever met a forest fairy.
Yes, they plan to prance about in their prancing pants.
I see.
All praise be to the prancing pants.
That's profound.
Isn't it? Profound and
Profoundly punctual.
profoundly punctual in this, our playpen of plosives.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
That's great.
I feel like you're not. What's going on,
No,
Jim?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
Is it
good.
because we didn't start with lists and we deviated from the form today?
No, wait.
He's back with the stretching band.
It's big. It's a loop.
Yeah, the idea is that you put your feet inside and then you do some exercises where you step apart and then step together while maintaining the resistance, and it works the glutes.
I just didn't realize it was a loop. I thought it was a flat thing.
Yeah.
It's a loop.
Yeah, it's you basically do sidewalks with
Yeah,
that.
I understand. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't before.
The more you know.
I've learned so much today.
Oh, he said that with the look of Professor Smug. It's been a while, Professor Smug.
Yes.
How are you this fine
I mean,
day?
I have learned so much today. I learned that this thing is a loop.
Mm-hmm. Now you're wearing it like a scarf.
I've learned that poop causes my food to arrive.
Yep.
I've learned. That's it.
Hey, I'll take two things.
I should have tried to find a third.
Rule of three. Come on, you got one more in you. You've learned that Shaq's an amateur wizard,
Oh, that's right.
right?
I did.
Shaq-cast.
That sounds like Shaq. Shaq would do that, though. Shaq would do a cartoon starring Shaq, where he's a wizard and works at like a wizard school. Shaq Warts.
Shackwarts. School of shack craft and
Shack-
shackery.
I was gonna say witchcraft and basketball, but that works too.
It says shaft craft and shackery, but in parentheses underneath, witchcraft and basketball.
Yes.
Like a translation.
Yes.
So, okay, if we're going to go down this route
That's what Shaq Craft is.
of Harry Potter. So I'm imagining Shaquille O'Neal recreating the Harry Potter movies where he plays every single character.
Oh, that's intense.
Right? But he doesn't change his voice. There's no British accents. It's just Shaq being like, expecto patronum.
I would watch that.
Right?
Yeah. I would really watch Shaq do almost anything.
And why, and aside from the spell he's placed on America, why is that, Jim?
He's comically large.
I asked the question, there's the answer.
It's just like everything looks so small in his hands.
Right? Or is that or is Shaquille O'Neal actually only like 5'10", but he's he's cast an enchantment so that we all think he's like 8 feet tall.
Yes.
Right?
That's it.
That's got to be it.
That has to be it.
Nothing else
Nothing else explains it.
Nothing else.
Not human genetics.
Nope.
Not measuring sticks.
Nope.
Not my 2 eyeballs.
That's it. Only an enchantment.
This could only be black. No,
Whoa.
not black magic.
Oh.
Shaq Magic.
Shaq Magic.
It can only be Shaq Magic.
Oh. Jim, you are enamored with that stretch band.
I love it.
But what I love is that you're using it for about everything other than stretching.
I just stretch it out.
You stretch the band, but
and it'll hug my face.
Well, I think
we're nearing
the end of time.
The end of time.
So,
thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming by. Jim's going to go finally eat that food he's been trying to eat all day.
I am since 12:45 p.m. I wanted to eat it. Don't forget to check out btthoops.com. You can check it out at any time. And you can always donate to, I believe it's the ALS Foundation, if you're interested.
We love you, Shaq.
We love you, Shaq.
Love you, Mom.
You, Mom. We love you, listener. We love when you give us 5 stars, but it's not a conditional thing. But we do love that.
We do. It's not conditional, but we do love more.
We love
when we see those 5 stars.
Yes, we love when you tell a friend.
Yep.
We love love.
We love messages. Someone messaged us on Facebook. They said something along the lines of, "Hi, I'd like to make a podcast, but I'd never done it before." And I said, "Do it. Follow your dreams." We use Libsyn, and they have a lot of getting started resources. So if anyone else out there is in a similar boat, check out Libsyn, Libsyn. Good stuff.
Do you know what that stands for?
Liberated Syndication.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. It's like the original podcast. Well, I won't say one of the original podcast hosting resources from back in the days when podcasts were listened to on iPods. Chew on that one, kids, and we'll see you next week.
I'm going to go chew on my food.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
I don't need your mile long bridge. Williamsburg is too expensive. Fuck the A train. Am I insane? No, I'm just never going back unless you force me to smoke crack.